This video is going to talk about the tools that you can download to your computer to ideally help you in development of your websites. So the first thing would be the browser that you are in. So right now I am in what's known as Mozilla Firefox. I like developing in Firefox and would like you to develop in Firefox during a semester. The tools that I'm going to show you for during the rest of this video complement Firefox. I think that you can get them in other browsers, but since I don't develop in them, I'm not going to comment one way or another. I like Firefox because they're constantly updating the browser to perform better, and they try to implement as many of the newer CSS and HTML5 techniques as possible. And it's a relatively fast performing browser. I think some people say that Chrome performs a little bit quicker, but most web developers that I've run into, recently prefer Firefox, and I still do. That trend could change at any time, but for the past few years, this is what has been, kind of the developer's favorite. And let me show you how to get to Firefox. If you just go to Google and type in Firefox, you'll see this come up, and if we go to there and we choose desktop, then we choose Firefox free download. You download it, double click on the exe file, or let it install. It's different if you're on a Mac, and then let it open up and you'll be in Firefox. Next, and for the labs in our classroom, it should be on the computers. If it's not to start the semester, I'm sure I'll become aware of it quickly and I'll get them to install it for us. It was last year, but sometimes they change things. The next tool is called the Web Developer Toolbar. Web Developer Toolbar, and this is where you can download it. And if you want to download it, you can add to Firefox. And I've already got it installed, so at the very least it'll just update it if I don't have the most recent version. And now it's saying it will be installed after you restart, so I'll restart. And now it's here. Now, on my version of Firefox, it does not show up automatically, so I can go here to toolbars and I can tell it I want the web developer toolbar to show up, but as you see here I get nothing, and I may need to clean out my Firefox folder, so or it may be just something with the latest version of Firefox. I don't know. So here's how I get to the tools. I don't use them very often, but when I do use them, they're quite helpful. So here's how you get there. You go to Tools, Web Developer, and here they all are. Disable, there's, there we go. Disable CSS and disable styles. And all styles, that's one I use a lot, where you can see what the CSS is doing. And if you notice here, there's a shortcut key, Control-Shift-S, or Command-Shift-S in your browser. Another tool I use a lot with this is, where is it? The information. So in here I can start to see different types of things showing, like ID and class details. So it's showing me things about the code. If I were to look at the behind the scenes code, I would see these items, but here it shows me where they are visually because of the CSS. And depending on the different options that I choose in here to display, like I've got ID and class details, listing. I can have it block size, for instance. Now it's telling me, okay, this is 1000 by 1528, etc. So I can start to get whatever information I want to get in a visual way. And so some people like to develop that way, so I like to show you that. Now the thing I use it for quite a bit is I like to view the code. You can do it without the Web Developer Toolbar, but I like the way that the Web Developer Toolbar shows things because it's color coded. So here's how I get to it. And the shortcut key, which is what I normally use, is Command Shift U or Control Shift U if you're on a PC. And then I get, this nice color coding here instead of in some browsers it's not at all color coded. So so that's like the number one thing that I do with it. And then sometimes I disable the CSS. Sometimes I look at that other information. Now, in the next video, I'll show you the tool that I use the very most, like all the time when I'm developing.